With the release of Jurassic World Dominion, it is time to rank all 6 Jurassic films from worst to best. We're going to talk about it right after the intro. Hello, I am elmoviemaster. If this is the first time on the channel, I love talking about movies, probably too much. And if you love movies as much as I do, consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. This video was suggested by Cole Warner Reviews. He loves the Jurassic movies and he wanted me to rank them from worst to best. Before we get into the ranking, there's going to be spoilers for all the Jurassic movies. If you haven't seen them, I'm warning you, there's going to be spoilers. So if that is something that will bother you, watch the movies and then come back. At number 6, we have the most recent one. Yes, Jurassic World Dominion. I know there's a lot of people who love this movie. I wanted to like it, really, I did. Just the fact that they were bringing back the original cast, that was the reason why I went to go see it, and unfortunately for me, it did not deliver. The biggest problem I have with Jurassic World Dominion is that it doesn't follow the plot from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. At the end of that movie, the dinosaurs were freed out by the little girl, they're now out in the wild, and this movie only spends about 5 to 8 minutes on that storyline. It really only concentrates on the locusts, which I thought was a really ridiculous plot. Locusts and crops, who cares about that? I want to see the dinosaurs, but done in a very interesting way. And unfortunately, the movie doesn't do that. Sure, you do get more animatronic effects, which I appreciated, but there's about 14 stories going on in this movie, and none of them make much sense. And while it is great to see the original cast back, the dialogue that they give the original cast is not very good. It felt like something out of the CW channel or the Sci-Fi channel, those type of movies that are very low budget, and it's really bad to see that in a big budget movie. Going into my number 5, it is Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. This movie and Jurassic World Dominion are kind of interchangeable. They're both bottom of the barrel for me. The only reason I have this one above Jurassic World Dominion is because there's some aspects of this movie that I actually like. The first half of this movie reminds me of The Lost World, and the second half reminds me kind of like a monster movie. But I cannot deny that the last half of the movie, when we find out that the girl is a clone, I was laughing. And the way she releases the dinosaurs out into the wild, I can't help but cringe. Even though the movie has a very poor script, the directing by J.A. Bayona elevates the movie. I find it kind of weird that we're introduced to a character that's supposed to be friends with John Hammond that we never saw in any of the previous movies, who just came out of nowhere. I don't know why they did that. And at number 4, we have Jurassic Park 3. I know a lot of people don't like this movie, they usually have this movie lower on their list, but this movie holds a special place in my heart. I saw this movie when it came out back in 2001 in theaters, and I enjoy the fact that this movie, unlike the other two that followed, doesn't take itself so seriously. It only runs at 93 minutes. And yes, I do realize that, and I've heard this complaint from several people, is that the animatronics don't look very good. That the production of this movie was actually probably rushed. I can see that. However, I can't deny that the movie is very fun. It feels like a B movie, it doesn't overstay its welcome, so I really like the scene in Jurassic Park 3 where Dr. Grant is sleeping and then a raptor starts talking to him.
Alan.
It's basically Dr. Grant just being brought back to the island to save a kid. That's all it really is. I understand that for a lot of people, that's too simplistic. I get it. And at number 3, we have Jurassic World, released in 2015. I remember when this movie came out, I thought it was a bad idea that they're opening up the park. And when I saw it, I thought it was really dumb, too many plot holes, but upon rewatching it, I actually quite enjoy it. It's a movie that doesn't take itself too seriously, it does feel very cheesy at times, and a lot of things don't make sense, but there's a lot of fun to be had with this movie. So basically, they open up the park, and there's a new type of dinosaur that's out on the loose, and things go amok. It's a fun movie, and it's probably the best one of the Jurassic World, of the 3 Jurassic World movies. And at number 2, we have The Lost World Jurassic Park. This is usually always put at the bottom of the list. I see this always at the bottom. I like this movie. I remember seeing this movie back in 1997 when it first came out, and I used to watch this VHS tape over and over and over again. I get why a lot of people don't like this movie, because the second half of the movie is perhaps more interesting than the first half. I actually like the action-adventure part of the movie at the beginning, with Jeff Goldblum and Julianne Moore trying to stop InGen from taking the dinosaurs from the mainland, and I also like the T-Rex escape at the end of the movie in California. I thought that was really fun. One of my favorite sequences of all time is when the trailer gets tumbled over and it's going down and you have the Jeep trying to push it back. I love that sequence. And this is the last Jurassic Park movie scored by John Williams, and is the last one directed by Steven Spielberg. And those two things make the movie work so much, the music and the directing by Steven Spielberg. But obviously the best one is Raptor from Roger Corman. I'm just kidding. No, the best one obviously is the original Jurassic Park, released in 1993. This is a movie that is so good. I can watch this movie over and over again. It holds up so well. The visual effects, the animatronics, the story, the music, the directing by Steven Spielberg. It's a shame that we don't get to see movies like this anymore. A movie from 1993 is still better than a movie from 2022. It's the world that we live in. And if you haven't seen this movie, which I don't know who hasn't, but if you haven't, you have to watch it. It's such a great movie. There's so many iconic scenes. The scene where you get to see the Brontosaurus for the first time, when the T-Rex escapes and trying to get into the Jeep. Even the scenes with Arnold, played by Sam Jackson, when he's in the computer trying to get access back after it being hacked by Dennis Nedry.
You didn't say the magic word.
Please! God damn it! Hate this hacker crap!
I love it. Muldoon is trying to hunt down the raptor. Clever girl. Of course, Jeff Goldblum. Life finds a way. Yes. So that's my ranking of all the 6 Jurassic films in the franchise. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section down below how you would rank all the Jurassic movies. I'll be seeing you guys next time.